For joining us. This is the first sure sign that the elections in Lesotho will definitely go ahead next week. Have you yourself cast your ballot, and what is the mood like in Maseru this afternoon?
Good afternoon, Obia. Why are you putting me on the spot about casting my ballot? Nonetheless, I will do that next week, and I'm ensuring that everybody is looking on when I cast my ballot next week. And yes, indeed, it is underway. As you've rightfully pointed out, the district electoral officer here in Maseru, Nthakoana Ngatane, that we spoke to earlier on, he is taking care of about 19 voting stations around Maseru. 18 belong to Maseru. One is special for people who come from around the country but are stationed in Maseru, who will not be able to go to their voting stations outside of town. So they will go to this particular voting station, the 19th one. And all of the ballots that will be cast there will be taken to their respective voting stations for counting next week, as we've already said. But until then, they will be kept under lock and key, and they will come from various stakeholders that will be participating or working on election day itself, including the staff of foreign missions of Lesotho abroad, who are also casting their ballots as we speak today. Now, all of these people include observers, medical doctors, security forces, and other people that will be on duty, including journalists. Okay?
Now, just on that, have you been able to witness some major hurdles or problems so far?
No, they were really quite minor, the hurdle that we saw earlier on in this particular voting station that I'm talking about, one that is specialized for people who come from outside of Maseru but are resident here or are working in Maseru and cannot go to their ballot stations. The electoral officers there wanted clarification on the ballot paper. They wanted someone to explain to them exactly what is on the ballot paper. And the electoral officer for Maseru said to us, voting there had to start quite late because they had to bring in a specialized person to explain to them all the security features that they see on the ballot paper so that they are happy. But when we went there twice again today, voting was going very smoothly, and we saw a lot of people queuing outside and ensuring that they cast their ballot. We spoke to a lot of them. They told us they're happy that they have exercised their right to vote, and they're happy that they will be able to play the part that they intend to play in terms of observing the election next week.
And very quickly, Nthakoana, SADC during their summit yesterday resolved to send some 475 police officers ahead of the election there for security purposes. Has this been generally welcomed in Lesotho?
Yes, the news has been received in Lesotho already. While people are quite reluctant to express their views on the security situation in the country, a lot of them did not want to be recorded on tape saying what their views are about that. But when we spoke to them on the site, they said, well, they're happy that perhaps the clashes that were possible if the Lesotho police and the Lesotho army were all by themselves in the country can be eliminated if there's an outside peacekeeping force that comes from SADC. So in a sense, that gives them a sense of comfort that there will be someone else watching over the election process in Lesotho. So that is the feeling of the people here on the ground. Obiel?
Well, thank you so much, Nthakoana. That was our correspondent there in Maseru, Lesotho, Nthakoana Ngatane.